Long Island Flippers, welcome back. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Okar Reinstein with Realty Connect USA. We are a top producing real estate team from Long Island, New York. Today, we are coming at you from Palm Bay, Florida. Today's topic is going to be talking about how and why you should operate a real estate investing business out of state, and also want to go over some pros and cons and share with you some of our experiences, what it's like to be doing business in Florida and someplace else. I hope you're ready for that. So guys, let's start with the why. Why would somebody want to leave where they're comfortable, where they probably grew up or lived there for years, and go into a state where they know nothing about? Like, for example, for me, aside from just visiting Florida, I don't know anything about Florida. Aside from visiting Virginia, I don't know anything about Virginia. But at least for me, the reason why we started getting into it is during the COVID, where we couldn't get enough houses to continue doing the real estate investing because the foreclosures at the time have stopped. There's only so many off-market houses that you could grab. So in order for us to keep things rolling, we ended up reaching out to realtors that we know out of state and started looking into investing and flipping houses out of state. So before we get into the procedures and go over how we did it and what you should do, why don't we start with some pros and cons, right? Because just like anything else in life, you always have the pros and cons. Let's start with the pros, right? The pros are that you get to travel. That's number one. So if you live in a cold state like where we are, you get to travel and have that nice warm weather even during the winter, which is amazing, right? And number two, you have now more inventory. So you have a lot more houses that, to pick from rather than being stuck in one place. Number three is the price point, right? So the price point here is so much cheaper than where we are. So instead of picking up one house, you can pick up two houses, right? And number four is the profit margin. So the same thing, like I said with the price point, you get the houses here for cheaper and you can do two projects and the profit margins are about the same. So, in New York, if we spend in, $600,000 to pick up a home and, making, say 50,000, 60,000 profits, here you can pick up, a house for $300,000 and make exactly the same, $50,000 to $60,000. So now by having two projects, now you're just multiplying your money. Instead of making $60,000 in 3 months, now you're making $120,000 in 3 months, right? Another pro is that you get to pick up more rentals because these states here, they are so landlord friendly and also short-term rentals. They're very Airbnb friendly and so on. So those are the pros, and those are the pros that I absolutely love. And it's one thing that I don't regret, and one thing that I'm happy that I started doing that out of state. So there are also cons, right? Just like you can't just have all the pros. So the cons are, pretty much because you're traveling, you're leaving your family behind. So if you're like me, have a 2-year-old daughter at home with a pregnant wife, it definitely is a tough thing leaving them behind and traveling, right? And also the second thing is flood insurance. Here, because you're so close to the water, you need flood insurance, and getting insurance in Florida, what a pain, right? So that's definitely something that I don't like, but I have to deal with it. Another thing is not having your team, right? So we're a team from Long Island. So basically, if you come to Long Island, we got everything, right? We from expediter to carpenter, electrician, plumbers, you name it. We have a team, and we have multiple teams built for multiple jobs. But here, you're starting all over. You don't have a single team. You don't have a single person. So you're starting from scratch. So that's definitely a tough one, right? The next thing is limited knowledge. You don't have the knowledge of the market like the way how we would do back in our own backyard, right? So here you have to basically have somebody who you can trust, that you can run the numbers with, and make sure that you're never going to be 100%, but you want to make sure it's at least 90%, right? So those are definitely the cons. One of the biggest con, I think, is not having full control of something. So if you are if you're one of those that just like to micromanage, be a freak about everything, it's definitely is tough, guys, because you're not going to have full control of the projects. There's a lot more room for errors, right? So your phone is definitely going to blow up, and there's always things happening, and things don't always happen in a good way. So you got to learn to deal with it, and you just got to be okay with not having full control. But those are the cons, and if there's anything else that I can think of, I'll definitely update you guys with it. So now that we got the pros and cons out of the way, we can quickly review Tarpon Springs. So that one is actually, we're making a video on it right now. That one's already in contract, so we're not closed on it yet. But that one we're making about $110,000. So again, you can see the big swing. That is in a HOA, more of a townhouse, gated community. We pay $400,000 and we're in contract for $675,000. But that was a big job, guys. That's $120,000 budgeted renovation. So can you imagine, trying to control a job site that's, $120,000 worth? It's a big job site, and trying to control it from New York, it certainly is not easy. We have an Airbnb in Clearwater that we're here and overseeing and being renovated. So, if you guys want more details on how to build a team out here and little details on the renovation process and legality of things down here, because this is not an attorney state, neither is Virginia. So New York, things are a little bit different. So most of our viewers, I know we are, from Long Island. A lot of you guys are from Long Island. So if you have questions about those things, we're going to be making more videos. So be sure to check back and, ask questions. If you guys enjoy this video and want to see more, please, like the video, share the videos, and subscribe to our channel. There's going to be a ton more videos like this where we don't only share what we do, we're going to share the numbers, right? Because everybody is here for that. Everybody wants to know how much to invest and how much return can you expect from that. We want to get down, dive deep into those and really help you guys out and help you plan your future out-of-state projects. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and let us know.